independently human with a diagnosis that is only a part of who I am.
It's Tuesdays with Tawana. Let's get it. You ready? Let's go. Hey, beloveds. Hey. Yep. I was gonna say I apologize for being late, but you know what? When we show up, we are right on time. I had a little bit of technical difficulties because I am on location. So yeah, what's good, fam? It's Dr. Tad with Tuesdays with Tawana, your host and your curator every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And I could not resist coming on today during this holiday season, whatever that means for you, whether you celebrate Christmas, the Jewish holiday, just being off from work. Some of us are not off from work. If you're enjoying family and family, wherever you are in this morning, on this afternoon, in this space, I greet you with love. So first off, welcome to those who are listening to this podcast for the first time. You might hear me insert some other voices into this narrative for if and when people put things in the comments. I insert them into this narrative because this is about building community one episode at a time. What's up, Benelli? Happy holidays. Good to see you. Thanks for hopping on. So yeah, don't forget my video, Benelli. I insert comments into this narrative so we can build community together. And if you miss the live, you can always catch the recording on YouTube or Facebook, or better yet, subscribe to my Spotify channel or YouTube channel. YouTube is the Dr. Tad, Thee, Dr. Tad, and my Spotify, just put in hashtag Tuesdays with Tawana and subscribe, and you will never miss an episode. So I am grateful. I'm grateful to be here, and sorry for the noise in the background. I left my headphones, and so yeah, we just gonna rock it out today. We just gonna rock it out for a few moments. And I thought it important to come on today because, the holidays can be great and festive. And sometimes the holidays can be very challenging. Speaking for myself, there are things that we do to commemorate my parents who are deceased, and I hold on to their legacy and live out their legacy, and we speak their names to remember them and to honor them. It's hard being in total celebration mode when I know that Tina would have had us posing for pictures later in our pajamas and just having a good time and singing and dancing. And I was in Harlem for a couple of days, and I went to my niece's recital. She dances with Harlem School of the Arts, and it was absolutely amazing, just so divine seeing our young black people, young black beloveds, just exhibiting amazing talent and joy for what they do. And they did a Kwanzaa scene, and it brought me to tears because I thought about Tina dancing with LaRock Bay and how much joy that brought to her life. So yeah, sometimes these holidays can be really tricky. Um, you know, remembering loved ones, or these holidays become so commercial, and there are some who are debating, like, well, I need to keep my lights on, so I can't be buying Christmas gifts or decorations, and they're doing the best that they can. And then there are some that recently lost loved ones in this season. And, survivor guilt is real. Just crying through these seasons of what's supposed to be celebration. We can celebrate and be grievous at the same time. We can celebrate the life that we were blessed with and an opportunity to spend time with those that are no longer with us on this side, and be sad that they're no longer with us. The Reverend Dr. Leo Cologne is in the building. Oh, yes, and there will be some pizza once all the Christmas food is gone. Yes. Inside joke, y'all, inside joke. So I really wanted to come on and show some love. That's the bottom line. Love exists, love abounds, love resides with us through the ups and downs and the good and the not so good, through being with family and being able to celebrate, and some being without family and having to create ways to love. Because first we love ourselves. We love the God in us. We love the existential God, and we love the God in us, so that we can love others with unconditional positive regard. Hey, Jackie. Oh, I filled a bathtub with tears. Yeah, this is rough. This is rough. So I came on today to say, beloveds, I see you. I see you, and you do not have to conform to any type of other norms and fake it till you make it, and you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do any of that. What I do encourage is, you feel all the feels, right? And we just don't want you to stay there. So we must do the work of healing. We must do the work to be able to press through, not over, not around, but to press through these trying times and to learn what it is to continue to live and to love, even amid losing loved ones, or for me, losing part of my health. I'm still in active treatment. Every 3 weeks right now, I am in a lot of pain because I have tendonitis in my right arm because it was overused, because I can't use my left arm as much because I had lymph nodes removed, and we don't want lymphedema. So all this stuff is happening, and I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful just to do this, because someone didn't have an opportunity to do that. And it's not always a bad thing. Like, it's really how you see it and how you define it. You know, sometimes you watch a loved one go through so much pain that you just want peace and rest for them. And that becomes the celebration for you. It's sad because you no longer can experience that person in the physical realm, but it's also a level of excitement that they get to rest and that their spirit, the ancestors, are still with us, right? One of the other things I wanted to offer today, many of you know that, or may not, my regulars know, I was a teen mom. I had my daughter when I was 16, and I was exposed to a lot at a young age. Just rough stuff. Hey, Queen Michelle, I miss you so much. Good to see you. So I had my daughter at a very young age, and when I tell my story, I often say that my daughter saved my life because she gave me a reason. I've had reasons, but sometimes we don't know those reasons and we don't love ourselves. Well, I didn't love myself enough to know that I am loved. I'm more than enough. I'm beautiful with my dark hair, dark skin, kinky hair, and all the other things that people would tease me about and degrade me and demean me and violate me. And so my daughter gave me this beautiful reason to live. I am not condoning teen pregnancy. Please hear me, because somebody is going to take this and run with it. This was my story and my experience. And it encouraged me because she gave me hope. Just like in this season, we are anticipating hope. Like, we know the end of the Christian story, right? We know that Jesus was born in not the greatest conditions, and Jesus was born to a young mother, a teen mom, and yet and still gave hope to the world, because the angel Gabriel and the prophet Isaiah and everyone knew that this was going to happen. We didn't know the day, we didn't know the hour, but it was going to happen. And being open and being faithful and knowing that, you know what, I am opening myself up to the love and hope, not only for this season, but for every day that I am grateful that I get to wake up in the morning and do something that God is calling us to do. So in this same season where Jesus is born to this young woman, I give birth to my daughter, and my daughter gives me hope. I finished high school early. I was accepted to St. John's University. I went to college. I then, took care of my mom when she was ill, and then I worked in the corporate world for 13 years. I mean, things just happened because that seed was planted, and I was able to see the hope. So what hope and love are you able to see today? How can you look through all the stuff that we are hearing, all this stuff that's going on? Number 45, soon to be number 47, tweeted, I'm the president. This is my White House and my country, and I make the decisions. And fake news is saying that Elon Musk is the president. And I'm like, dude, if you got to tell people that is a problem. That's a problem, right? So, having that individual mentality, narcissism, individualism, that's not what we do in order to offer love and hope to one another. We share our stories. We learn from our missteps and mistakes. We talk to each other and share stories so that we don't feel like we are in this alone, and we don't have to deal with this alone. We deal and we heal in community. Healing doesn't happen in isolation. Real simple example. If I have a wound that needs to be cared for by doctors, if I try to handle it myself in isolation, most likely it's not going to go well. It's going to become infected and cause other problems. So I need to go to a community of healthcare providers, praying that they are healthcare providers that see me as a Black woman, but that's another podcast. And we heal whatever is ailing us in community. The same with family and family. We tell our stories. We talk about our past to have a Sankofa moment so that we can talk about what we've learned from in the past, and then we bring that forward so that we can exhibit and not make the same missteps that we've made in the past. We have grown, we have evolved, we have matured into this moment so that we might see ourselves in the future. Afrofuturism. We see our culture, we see our legacy. We are laying that foundation, we are planting those seeds, and we do so with hope and love. This season is all about looking beyond the challenges we may see, looking beyond or listening beyond the voices and seeing beyond the confusion, and being able to see the light that emulates from us, right? That light that no one can dim or put out. That light, even if you are standing, the scripture says that the word is a light unto my feet, a lamp unto my feet, a light unto my path. That means that I can only see right here, but if I keep taking a step, that light is going to follow me because I'm carrying it with me, so that I no longer have to remain in darkness in this holiday season. People, groceries are expensive, gas prices are coming down. I'm grateful for that. But things are so expensive, and people are losing their job. I have so many Black women that I have personally talked to that is having trouble finding employment. PhDs, experience, amazing skills and talent, and this is the holiday season and they're facing this. Yet if we turn to this season of Advent, right, that talks about hope and peace and joy, that talks about us anticipating that. So what would happen if we would just anticipate that in our own personal lives, that the hurt and the harm that we are going through, that we can shift the atmosphere because we have the power to do that, so that we are no longer experiencing that hurt and harm. We are able to identify it, because in order to fix it, you got to face it. In order to fix it, you got to name it. Speaking of fix it, I was listening to Pastor Mike's song, I'm the Problem. And he sings, I'm the problem, you're the answer, talking about God. And I was like, I don't want to call myself a problem. Like, when I talk about my diagnosis, I don't say I have cancer. I say I have been diagnosed with breast cancer, because then that gives me an opportunity to not own that and to own my healing in community. But then as I listen to the song more and more and listen to the words, the problem is not a problem in the sense that you are annoying, you are the antithesis to goodness, you are just a problem. No, there are so many things that happen in our lives. It is so complex. So God, if I have all this stuff going on and it's so complex, and I just want 1 + 1 to equal 2. This is the equation, this is the problem, and sometimes we're trying to do, 2 × 2 is 7. We're not, the math ain't mathin', right? And God, you're the answer. So instead of fixing the problem, fix me, and then we'll fix it. Because that gives us an opportunity to open ourselves up, to learn, to love, to hope, to dream, to be in community, so that we can solve what is ailing us, so that we can then fix the problem. Like, I have the answer to the complex problem. So in this season where all of these different things are happening, people are falling ill. We have pneumonia, we have walking pneumonia, we have RSV, we still have COVID, we have the flu. And if you're like me, immune compromised, that can be very dangerous. So we have all these things going on. So how can we then shift that narrative to make sure that we are not focusing on those things? Because what we focus on expands. Hey, Kim, good to see you. Thank you, sis. Hey, brother. Happy holidays. Yes, Kim, and those ancestors showing up this season have been amazing. You right about it. You are right about it. I have experienced it. The last several days have just been absolutely amazing. I got to hang out with my brother. I got to be with my family and watch my niece do amazing things. And then the ancestors were just welling up when the drummers were drumming, and when we were playing games and celebrating life and celebrating birthdays, even though we know that some people were missing from the table. We are a both and people, beloveds. It doesn't need to be either or. Like, I gotta be sad this season or I gotta be happy. We can be both. We can be both. Why? Because we root this in love, and we root this our experience, in hope. Love with unconditional positive regard for ourselves, saying, no, I'm perfect. Yeah, I'm perfectly imperfect. I am going to make mistakes and missteps. And my community, who is my community, watch your community, watch those that are around you, because they may celebrate you when things are going well, and they will leave you when things are not going well. So use discernment, and you'd use your community then to begin the healing process, to begin moving through the grief and the loss, moving through the pain and carrying it with you, but carrying it different, not as a burden, but carrying it as ancestors covering you, surrounding you, being a firm foundation for you, holding you up on your sides. You look at it differently. So hope and love is what's going to get us through this season. And we look at examples, not only sacred text, but we as the sacred text, and our stories and what we've done to get through these trying times, and sharing it with others. And sometimes just being present. Love and hope shows up just through your presence, through a simple text message, through a simple visit, or sending, a box of chocolates or some flowers. I mean, flowers are expensive these days. I don't know, but, if you know someone has favorite flowers, you send them flowers. Or just those things seem to be small, but they are the food, they are the sustenance, those things are the healing power that you are offering to one another in community. So during this time, to all those who are struggling, who are hurting, who are missing their loved ones, who may not be able to do this holiday season like they normally do. I'm included. The last 7 months of my life has been very challenging, but what I am intentional about is waking up every morning with the spirit of gratitude. Because when we wake up with a spirit of gratitude, or we go through the day with thoughts of gratitude, what helps us is we focus on what we have instead of what we don't have. So, God, I'm grateful for my breath. I'm grateful for the use of my arms. I'm not focusing on the pain. I'm focusing on I'm still here. I'm grateful for a mother that set an amazing example, who just, she would brighten a room when she would walk in with her beautiful smile and her infectious laugh. I'm grateful I had to experience that, because not everybody, experiences that with their mothers or their parents or their caregivers. Some have big families, some have not so big families. So it is so important that we define what love looks like for us, what hope looks like for us, because comparison is of the devil. Don't compare yourself to how other people have gotten through or gotten over. Or, I might be here, sharing with you, building community. And there are times when my pillow is stained with tears, not understanding why do I have to feel this way. And then, because I can feel all the feels, because again, Kim, we're both and, right? I can feel all the feels and then say, and God, I am grateful. Because I still have a roof over my head. I may not have the food that I want, but I'm not missing a meal. So it's really, this season, beloveds, you are loved, you are seen, you will get through this. And it's not to say to get through it where it'll never happen again, because you're always going to miss your loved one. You're always going to miss your loved one. Hopefully you don't have to struggle as much if this is fresh grief, right? But my mom has been gone since 1993, and I still miss her. My dad has been gone since 2009. So today, what did we do? My dad used to take us to the mall on Christmas Eve and shop for all the grandkids, cousins, everybody. I said, give me a list. We would go to the mall. We would be very specific about what store we go to. We were at the mall as soon as it opened. We were done by lunch. We would have lunch. We would go back to my dad's house, wrap all the gifts, and then deliver like Santa. So today, I'm with my family, and we went to the mall with our little bit of oil, our one mite, a little bit we had, and focused on, what's loving, what would bring this person joy. And then we sat down and we had lunch, and now we're done. We are done. Let me read what Jackie says. Happy holidays to the, oh my gosh, Jackie. Happy holidays to one of the most incredible people in my life. I'm so grateful for you and deeply thankful for your love and support. Wishing you love, warm hugs, joyful smiles, and holiday cheer this season. You truly make everything brighter. Wishing all grace and blessings. Thank you, Jackie. And Kim said, Ashe. So what a beautiful way to end this podcast with the sharing of love. Let somebody know you love them. Let somebody know that your presence is bringing us hope. We won't give up, not in community, and those, and I did not do the ticker, so I'm gonna do the ticker real quick before I log off, because we do hear of many people dying by suicide, and it's sad during these times. Those in domestic violent relationships, things get a bit more violent during these times because of whether it's lack or frustration or power and control, whatever it is. So let us care for one another this holiday season, really embodying the season of Advent, the season of joy and hope, the season of rest. If you have the type of job where you have a few extra days off, rest. Enjoy your family, rest, get in a good laugh, watch a good movie, watch 688 for sure, because it tells the story of Black women in World War II, I believe it is. And I won't tell the whole story, but 688, Tyler Perry did his thing. Proud of you, bruh. So I am sending love. I am sending peace. I am sending hope. I am sending joy to each and every one of you and anyone that is connected to you. I pray that as we are closing out 2024, that has been a hell of a year for me, and I'm still standing, and I am grateful. I am grateful for you and all that you bring to this podcast. So yes, we will have a broadcast on New Year's Eve. We will, 2 o'clock, hopefully on time, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, right here on Facebook and YouTube Live. And I pray that you receive so much love and joy during this season, amid whatever you are going through, that you will feel the presence of God, wrapping God's loving presence around you and just pouring into you as you pour out, so God can fill you back up and that other people can experience the overflow of your beauty, your grace, your divinity, your brilliance, your co-creativity, all the things. Happy holidays, beloveds. I love you so, so much. I love doing this. I love being in community. And I pray that you will just rock out for the end of the year. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Love you dearly. We will talk next Tuesday. Much love. Later.